you fall down and you hurt something and it hurting in such a way that it's so intense you might think you broke a bone, this is how to learn real fast whether you have a broken bone or not a broken bone. You go to the bottom of the neck or the top of the shoulders, however you want to say it. You reach back while we're talking and feel the hump. This is the first thoracic in that fancy anatomical language. Right above it, your finger, if you trace it right up the neck, it'll kind of go in and you'll be on top of another bone. You're actually on top of the part of a bone, but again, I don't want to get technical with you. The part that you're on top of, just above the hump, is called the seventh cervical. All the neck bones are called cervicals. They shorten the language and they call it C7. If you push in on this, you don't have to push hard, but if you push in on this and you find it sore, you have a broken bone someplace in your body. Now, the broken bone can be as far away as your foot, but it will show up in pain right here. Now, the next series we're about to show you are both diagnostic and treatment points. So you can diagnose, so to speak, or determine if you have a broken bone without a whole bunch of x-rays just by pushing this point. In Hunza, they have a system where if somebody breaks a bone, for instance, they break an arm bone, and they have a bone center. They don't have doctors, they don't have medicine men, they just have laymen doing what we do, and that's the reason it works so well, I think. Anyway, if they have a broken bone, the bone setter comes and he pulls on the bone, two parts of the bone, until they click back together the right way. That's called setting the bone. A little painful, you don't want to get into doing that. But they set the bone, and then the women come, and this is their custom. They will come and comfort the person who has been bereaved or hurt, and they will do so by taking the right hand and putting it right over the seventh cervical. Now they do it in shifts, just like we would encourage you to do it in shifts. Do it in 2-hour shifts with friends, neighbors, relatives, whoever you can drag in off the street. No. Whoever you can get to participate in this. And again, it doesn't take any special ability. Just the willingness to hang on for a couple hours. The only time you let go of the person is to go to the bathroom, and you don't let go very long. So 24 hours, 2 hours at a time, and for 3 days, it will heal any broken bone just by holding this place. So even when the person's in the shower, somebody hangs on to the person right at the spot, and the idea is simply to get the energy of your hand, your right hand, your sending hand, into the seventh cervical area. You don't have to be right on it, you don't have to have an exact position, just be over it. Now most any broken bone anywhere in the body can be healed in 3 days. There are some exceptions. Somebody who has osteoporosis, who has a great deal of debilitated system prior to breaking a bone, it might take 4 days or 5 days. But you hang on even during the time they're asleep. And they do this in Hunza commonly. That's part of the reason why they don't need doctors. There are lots of stories. One time Hannah Kroger took on this whole task herself. And Hannah held on to this for 3 days. And the lady she was holding on to had broken her pelvis area in 23 different places in a car accident. At the end of the 3 days, they x-rayed the lady she was holding on to, and there were no breaks anywhere in the pelvis. You can imagine what they thought of their first set of x-rays because they didn't know this existed. But you can do it. Now, I'd like to go right on in a system here. If you fall down, now we're filming this in Denver. Denver is in a ski country area, and God knows how many people fall down on skis and have injuries.